Hey everybody, it's Jenny. I have a week in a brand new to me planner. This is a Happy Planner teacher planner that I picked up at Walmart, and it is coil bound. It is amazing. I love it. The paper is great, first of all. I'm going to say though that I've already switched out of this planner. Okay? I don't love the coil. I don't love the cover. Other than that, it is perfect. So if you can get past the flimsy cover and a coil, this planner is fabulous. It's like 8 by 10 or 8.5 by 11, somewhere in there. I didn't measure it, but it's like a full size planner. The paper is actually great. I stamp in it, I highlight in it, no problems at all. I am using a sticker kit from River and Ink. It is so cute. I'm going to link the shot up for you below. So I'm just laying out the stickers in a visual triangle. I know where I don't have as many plans, and so that's where I was able to sort of add those to the week. Because this is a new to me layout, I do have to refer back to last week quite a bit initially so that I can make sure I get it all correct. I am using mild lighters and my Zig Clean Color dot markers a lot. Like basically no box stickers except for that one that you see on Saturday. Like this is a huge departure for me. So much stamping, so much writing. I love it so much. And at the beginning of the video, you got to see last week, and I am documenting this so much on my Instagram, so you should absolutely follow me there. I am loving that I'm really able to get into the nitty gritty in a weekly view and not having to do that in the daily view. So, how I am dividing up the 5 categories is at the top, I am stamping a box for remember. So important things, things that are just must be remembered that day. Today, these are things that are appointments and activities that are happening this day. The next one is daily to-dos. Well, but we'll get back to that. The bottom box is noted. So just things that I want to remember. I read this book, I watched this movie, I went to this place, or my son went to this place, or my husband went to this place. Just this could be anything. And it's a little bit interchangeable with the remember section, and all of it is a little bit fluid too, based on how many things are happening that day. Now I'm going to use these shapes stamps that you just saw to just give a little pop of color in this column because it's a lot of black stamping. And so I'm going to stamp this half rectangle, or sort of almost a square, if you will, to act as a background for this Everyday Explorer stamp, which, by the way, this back to work stamp set is amazing. I love it so much. This getting things done is for the things that like around my house, like to-do lists, like personal to-do lists type things. Go to Target, that kind of stuff. And then right below it, I am going to do my work tasks. So, send emails, follow things up, stuff like that. So I don't really have a terrible amount of meetings or things like that. I work virtually from home, but I have a lot of things that I need to get done. So first, in that raspberry ink color, I stamped the word work from the back to work stamp set, and then I did today's to-dos, a layering on top of it. I don't know if I'll continue to do the layering with that box, but for now it's way fun. I will link that stamp set below. It is awesome for memory keeping too, but it is amazing for planners. I absolutely love it. All right, so I am going to show you, I'm writing in the activities for the week. So the plans, the appointments, those types of things. So I'll use the Zig Clean Color dot marker to act as my bullet point to make those things stand out. And I knew I needed to do a Target order. I mean, because, who would I be without Target, right? And so I've got the bullet point, and then I'm going to use the mild liner to highlight activities where it's things that I must do. So not on my to-do lists. I already know these are things that I need to get done. But so for example, I'm doing it in the remember because these are important things. Like, oh my God, okay, I've got this work email. It's very important. Must do that. But then in my today row, things that I'm responsible for. So for example, if my son, I drive everywhere because he's 14. If he has an appointment, if he has a practice, something like that, I will highlight that because I take him to that. I also keep track of my 19-year-old son's work schedule and class schedule, not because I need to. He's 19, he keeps track of his own stuff, but I keep track of it for my meal planning and to know if my other son needs rides and things like that. I like to be able to know where my older son is in case that is a necessity. So I keep track of that in my planner. I do not have to. I just want to make that abundantly clear that my 19-year-old son does not need me to keep track of that. He does a wonderful job of that all on his own. All right, so that is the plan for this planner, is to keep track of in that row of all of the things that the appointments, the activities, all of that stuff, and to highlight the things that I am going to be going to, I'm going to be driving to, those types of things. The other things are things that are going on in my household, people in my household, but I'm not necessarily a part of. I won't always include everybody's appointments, only the things that affect me in some way. So, like I said, my son's school schedule and his work schedule, but because it affects my planning, if you will. I don't need to keep track of everybody's everything, and I think I've made that abundantly clear. So, that is how that whole today row goes. Now, for extremely busy days where there are more, I will spill over into the remember box. I intend that that box will end up being fairly light, fairly empty. So my extra plans or auxiliary plans will just go upward into that box. It's not ideal, but it really will be fine. I will know that that's what I have done here. So I anticipate that that will be fine and that those days will be few and far between. Now, I will also use the washi tape to cover the headings. On Saturday and Sunday, there are headings to split the day in, I'd say half, but it's really not half. And I realized that washi was not, the stripes were not going to go well. But I had this foil sort of, I'll say ombre, it's not really ombre. And I want to just cover those headings right up. It's so cute. And then I'll trim that right off. I don't want those headings there. I like the distinction. I like the lines because I don't need full columns for Saturday and Sunday. So I really do like having that. Now here, note on Friday, having the mild liner there is a total mistake. Again, I'm new to the system, so that's bound to happen sometimes, and I'm okay with that. And again, I actually sort of like the pop of color there, so it's not the end of the world. Now, on Sunday, I do anticipate stamping that next week stamp so I can keep track of things to look forward to that are coming the following week in terms of like due dates and stuff, things for work that I need to anticipate that are coming. I will also keep track of meals for the week in the Saturday bottom column as well. So I will just stamp something, a little header right there, and then keep track of all of my meal planning right there. And that's it. That is how I am going to use this planner. I'll try to share about once a month me setting up the week and flipping through the previous weeks with you. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment box below and I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much and make it a great day.